Here we are, January 19th, Thursday. It's about 2 o'clock p.m. Looks like I rolled over the super disc last night, and basically the main damage is the tongue. Broke off the lunette eye, the donut ring for the pintle, which is sitting in here. And then I twisted this, bent this and put a slight twist in it when it rolled over. It was all I could do just to hook this big 3/4 inch length chain up, and I basically picked it up upside down, and I made the mistake. I took the chance that by leaving it attached to the machine, even though it was flipped upside down, I figured that pintle eye would surely hold. But when I twisted it around on me, because my swing brake couldn't hold the tension on the swing brake, it twisted around down here when I was on the steep grade, about 35-40% grade here. And what got me, what we learned here, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but basically from now on, stay away from these tractor berms, these dozer water bars, because it disturbed my super disc. The Timberjack got through here just fine, as you can see, but I think what happened was the tire, I'm not sure where those tires were in this. It's hard to see, but I don't even know how it happened. Somehow it must have gotten, it was down here. The super disc was way over here, and I guess it just completely lost its, yeah, this is where it was. It got up over top of this, and then see what it did is it dropped off here, and there was nothing to support it, so it just flipped right over. I had no idea that that disc was way over here like this, and that is very unusual. Normally it's pretty much right behind me, but what happened was it drifted over here, and because this slope here went about 50-60%, as much as 70%, nothing supported it when it came off of this brush, and it just flipped right over. And this is where I pulled it. It landed right here. This is the toolbox mark, and that's where I stopped pulling it when I realized it had flipped. This happened last night around 5:30 p.m. And I'm missing a little scraper bar. I don't see anything down here. Boy, this is steep here. But, I mean, I thought I had plenty of safety margin here for the Timberjack, and it made it through just fine. But the super disc, because it had such a drop off right here, and because I had the tires extended out more than I should have, I think we got to keep it under 3 inches. I had a 5-inch spacer in there, and so I should have retracted the running gear more. I think that would have made a huge difference, because the discs would have then leveled out the soil better and given itself more of a footing. So anyway, this is where I had to hook up the chain and try to pick it up upside down, and then I backtracked up to that berm there and just went around the corner, and then I set it up there and flipped it back over. First detached, of course. So anyway, it looks like I put some more berms in here, and tough. That's just too bad. But I've got to stay clear of these tractor water bars. Some bulldozer contractor came in here and did this here. It's pretty unfortunate that that happened. I didn't even see this because it was so foggy late last evening, and I don't see any parts down here, so really the super disc isn't in remarkable shape considering what it went through, and I just had no idea it was way over here. And the thing that really gripes my ass about this is I probably won't even get paid in this little bit of area. Sure wasn't worth it. Was not worth it at all. But what can I do? Live and learn, you know. do a lot of experimental work and proving. So let's just get this thing fixed. I'm going to put in a tighter hitch now that is more like a clevis type agricultural hookup, and I'm hoping that there will be enough strength in the way that it hooks up, the materials, to at least offer some support. Because as you can see here, I was just simply hooking up what do you call those? An anchor through this hole. So shackle rather. So what I'm going to do is put this on the super disc and then hook this into timberjack with a big pin right here. Okay, this pin right through there, or of course I can return to the old style right here. So got these parts down at the Caterpillar Johnson Cat. Got this plus this pin and a nice shackle for $80. Pretty good deal. This shackle alone is worth about $65 new, and it's 1.5 inches. It's bigger than what I have. I have 1 1/8 inches on there now, but this is what broke. Unfortunate. And I told myself last night, maybe I better unhook this thing. I was just really nervous to do it in such a steep area. So, and this is not weldable. I don't know what kind of metal this is, but it really should not have broken. So anyway, we're going to rebuild this thing. It may actually be better now with this thing pointed upwards. I just wish it didn't have that twist in it. I could probably twist it back, but I don't have time for that. I'm just going to hook it up and get her done, get her going. I got about 10 more acres to attain, and I'll be done with this contract. The box took a beating, and I think it's still holding. Still sounds like it's full of fluid, surprisingly. However, this is ripped. This whole thing is going to have to come off. I'm going to go with a hand pump instead. And periodically. I've got a missing scraper here. I don't know when that happened, but again, it looks to me like the gangs survived. The main frame is fine. The wheels are okay. The box took a lot of force. If I were to take that off of there, the question would be how much exposure would this have? And I rip the handle off of here, which I prefer. I'm going to just grind that flush and make it clean. I'll just use a wrench on here, and it looks like it wiped out a grease zerk. It's not a big deal, but luckily enough, this looks straight. Looks straight. So, okay, that's it. Getting that happened Wednesday night about 5:30 p.m. in the rain and fog. It wasn't really raining, it was just kind of misting and foggy. January 18th, 2006. So, everything else is looking just fine. That piece of metal on the bottom, surprisingly, is still straight. Bearings look good. I just stopped off and compared this to that Frontier disc, the 1311 with the 1311, and it's just too wide, and the discs aren't all that much bigger. I think this frame is much stronger too. This here can be simply cut. Remove this and just cut it right there. Cut it here, and then just add in a foot or two of material. But hopefully this will be strong enough when I weld it up. Okay, that's it. The other problem I've been having is track tensioner on the right side now. But I've got another new part, and I've got to reset it. Hopefully that'll do the trick, because his right track is completely bled down, I'm sure. Doesn't look all that loose, but all the slack's on the bottom. But that's it for now.